Can I get a ride? Can I get a ride?
Yes, sir.
We just arrived on the island of Siargao early this morning. I traveled from America to spend some time with my long-distance girlfriend, and this is still my first time here in the Philippines. It's beautiful here and very clean, and very much a relaxed vibe everywhere you go, and I'm continually shocked at some of the weird cultural differences. We're staying at Eddie's Resort, which was under $30 a night, and perfect for our tastes. But before I get ahead of myself, let me start from the beginning. We had to wake up around 2 in the morning in Cebu to get to the airport, started boarding around 4, then we took off around 5, landed about 6 in Siargao. Needless to say, we were really short on sleep. For some reason, I could never remember how to pronounce Siargao. It took us about an hour to get to the resort, and I was shocked at just how untouched most of the land was in this place.
First day in Siargao.
First thing we did after checking in was order some coffee and some breakfast. I think I ordered 2 meals for just myself here. The second thing we did was rent a motorcycle for the week. Eddie hooked us up. He made it super easy.
I was like, I need a motorcycle. And he's like, I'll get you one. So he brought a motorcycle.
Let me just explain how honking works here in the Philippines. I'm just trying to scare the stray dog off the road so I don't hit him. Other times you honk when you're passing someone like this. It's not rude here. In fact, it's considered polite. It's just etiquette. If you honk before you pass someone, they'll know that you're passing them. It's also polite to honk before you go through an intersection. That way people know you're coming. And then the other times are when there's crowds of people walking down the road or kids playing next to the road, just to let them know that you're coming by. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
My goal that day was just to go and explore the island and drive around. Neither one of us had ever been here before.
Random drive, random stop.
This whole island is amazing. I love seeing how much stuff people can carry on a motorcycle in the Philippines too. See? And up here you can see where someone has laid out a bunch of rice on the roads to let it dry. And of course you saw surfboards everywhere on bikes. All this rice is making me hungry. So Joy and I stopped at a little cantina on the way home to pick up some fresh local food. Joy was getting some more chicken intestines.
I haven't seen like this in Manila.
I couldn't figure out what the fans were for over the food, but apparently it's to keep the flies away. Cigarette packaging in the Philippines is designed to be disgusting and shocking, to show you just how bad it could be if you smoked.
Nasty.
I don't know what YouTube will allow, so I'll just let you look it up for yourself. The next day, Joy wanted to learn how to drive the motorcycle. She did a great job. It was like a roller coaster on some of these hills.
All right, so we found, what is it, a Cold Springs?
Yes. Oh.
Which is very hard on your feet.
Even on the path, the lava rocks were so sharp they almost cut through your sandals.
That's why it's so rocky. It's lava.
And then...
It's been 5 hours since we've been out in the ocean. We're lost, trying to figure out how to get home.
I'll do like this.
Whoa, that's deep. Good thing I got a good tour guide. Except we're going into the trees.
We made it back to the bike. We wanted to see where this road ended. It went to this little town right on the edge of the water, with all these houses just built on sticks.
What do you think of this town?
Their house on the...
House is right there on the water.
Okay, they had a bathroom here?
Here's the bathroom.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine living here during a storm or typhoon. It just seemed like it was a very vulnerable place to live. But nonetheless, it was very beautiful. Siargao had distinct contrasts between the touristy towns and the local towns. This was definitely a local town.
What are you doing?
At first I thought this kid wanted me to stop and buy something at a store.
Oh, you want
high five! How are you?
You just hided a baby.
Well, that was salvation.
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 It's very comfortable because you can drive anywhere without helmet, without license. Enjoy the road with a beautiful views.
I I guess everyone just hangs out on this bridge.
When we were driving home, there was a giant crowd and vendors on this bridge, so we decided to stop.
And look, I got a giant bite on my forehead.
We spent about a half an hour on this bridge walking around and trying different vendor foods and drinks and watching the sunset.
Lots of action.
Apparently, a bunch of different places would bring shuttles in and just drop everybody off here for the Sunset Bridge experience. We just happened to be in the right place at the exact right time. To our surprise, the sleepy town transformed at night. Foreigners crowded the streets and clubs with hungry eyes.
No, it's open. Everything is like almost open.
Yeah. Every restaurant on the strip they serve breakfast all day long.
Yeah, it's all breakfast.
And then they go straight to liquor after that, and they don't serve any food.
Yes.
We stopped at a place playing live music that wasn't too crowded. But Joy and I don't really like parties or clubs very much, so we headed back home to relax.
Okay. It started raining while we went to get our clothes, but we gotta drive back home in the rain. Mm-hmm.
This is fun.
Show me something I see, something infinitely interesting.
The next day we decided to take a giant road trip, and we had a couple destinations in mind that were about an hour away.
This is how the professionals do it.
And Joy wanted to practice her driving skills a little bit more.
Can I get a ride? Can I get a ride?
Yes, sir.
It didn't help that I was practically twice her weight. Driving around on a motorcycle in the Philippines is like an amusement park for adults. I've never experienced the joy of driving so much. It's like I was a kid all over again. Everything about it was fun. The winding roads, no one's getting angry at each other. I didn't think it'd be possible, but I felt like a teenager all over again. It felt good.
Water is like the same temperature as the air. Almost doesn't feel like you're in water.
I couldn't help but take a dip. The weather was hot, and the water was perfect. Somehow Joy can balance on her tiny little feet like a mountain goat. And finally, I ordered a cheeseburger just to see how different it was.
What is in there?
An egg.
Egg?
Is this supposed to be green tomatoes, or is that what
Yeah.
they do on? And then some kind of cheese. It's upside down.
Think about it.
And of course, it was delicious, but quite a bit different from an American cheeseburger.
And that was fun. Except for when we were coming back, it was dark and like this crickets and bugs were like hitting us like. Last question. What do you think about me? Tell the camera.
Do I have to tell you?